The world needs your uniqueness, and you over there worried about how to be like somebody else. We are so worried about what somebody else has, what they got going on, how much money they making, how they getting the things they getting, that we are not even able to step into our own lane and thrive. All we see is people online mimicking each other. Everybody got the same aesthetic. Everybody wants to be everybody else. And truthfully, it's getting very boring. It's very boring. In this video, we are going to be talking about how to stop comparing yourself to other people, step into your own unique lane, thrive in that, grow in that. The world needs your uniqueness, and you over there worried about how to be like somebody else. That's not what God has called you to do. God has called you to be uniquely you. Let's talk about it. What's up, y'all? It's Alex. Welcome back to my channel. I am your professional hype girl, okay? Your big sis, your friend. I'm here to motivate you to level up, to inspire you to bring back out the vibrant woman that's inside of you, okay? Because it's time to prioritize ourselves, baby. And that's what I'm here to motivate you to do. We are going to shift from comparison to confidence, because that's what we need to truly walk in our own unique lane. Okay, well, first, I'm gonna tell on myself. I can't get on somebody else without telling on myself. I am guilty. I have definitely found myself comparing myself to other people. It's not a good feeling. Feeling good about yourself is not a result of comparing yourself to others. And mostly when I feel like I'm comparing myself to other people is when I'm on Instagram. That's why I do not fool with Instagram like that, y'all. I do not fool with Instagram. So I'll find myself scrolling Instagram, looking at my favorite creators like, yes, girl, you look good, girl, slay that outfit, girl. But after you just continue to see the same thing over and over and over, you're like, dang, girl, that's a nice house, girl. Ooh, girl, I like that car too, girl. Okay, go girl, go girl. But then sometimes it can start to be like, dang, I like cars. I like bags. I like shoes. I like shoes. And don't get me wrong, I'm grateful for everything that I have, but it's really easy to fall into that trap. The trap of comparing yourself to your friends, other people online, people that you don't even know. Like, how crazy does that sound? Comparing myself to somebody that I do not even know. Because the thing about it is, I'm watching somebody else's highlight reel. I don't even know if everything that I'm seeing is true. How many details are being left out? What's really going on behind the scenes? What they had to do to get there? Like, I don't know any of those things. So what good does it do me to compare myself to who knows what? Things are never 100% what they seem. I mean, it's super easy to be inspired by somebody and then start to feel like, well, dang, am I not good enough? Am I not worthy? Hell, or am I just broke? I mean, I'm not broke, so what's the problem? Trust me, I have been there, and it is a slippery slope. So let's break this down together. Here is the thing. Comparing yourself to others, it ain't gonna do you no good. It's a trap. It's not going to do anything but make you feel frustrated, inadequate, full of self-doubt. And you cannot be full of self-doubt if you want to walk in confidence. It's like you start measuring yourself up to somebody's lifestyle, their achievements, how they look, how they dress, what they wear, who they know even. And then you start to wonder, like, why am I not there yet? But the truth is, we are all on a wildly different journey. Everybody has their own unique journey. The world needs your unique journey. Comparing your path to somebody else's is just unfair. It's gonna make you feel like you're not enough. And let me tell you right now, you are. You are enough, and you are enough right now, right where you are in your growth journey. And we all know social media does not make it any easier. I told y'all how I just had to be off Instagram. Like, Instagram, love you, like you, but I don't want to feel the constant pressure of having to have everything perfect. And to me, that's just what Instagram feels like. When I get on Instagram, it triggers my anxiety. It makes me feel like I'm not doing enough. And I often find myself having to stop and say, well, hold on, girl. You are actually the bomb because you've done this, 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 and this. And you know, you're 36 years old and you have this, and this. Like, you're blessed, you're grateful. Like, I have to stop myself all the time. And then I just realized, like, I just need to put this phone down. And that's what I did. Figure out what it is that you're doing in the moments that you feel like you're comparing and you're starting to feel inadequate and you're questioning your worth because of what you're seeing. What are you doing in the moments when that emotion is the highest? Whatever that is, you need to start to separate yourself from that. And if that's social media, I know, you don't want to feel like you're left out. You want to see what your friends are doing, and I understand, but you got to start putting you first. Who cares what they doing? You gonna pop back out a whole new person. The fact is, with this comparison game, it can just take a real emotional toll on you. Like, it can slowly chip away at your confidence, like bit by bit. Trust me, it is messing with your mental health. You are affecting your mental health, even if it's subconsciously and you just don't even realize it. Are you feeling stressed? Are you feeling anxious? Like I said, whatever is causing you to feel like that, you need to stop that activity immediately. If it's scrolling, if it's being with a certain group of people, whatever that is, stop it immediately. You are so focused on watching somebody else's life, then how can you really be focused on you? You can't, because you're too busy worrying about. You see how that works? Next time you find yourself just scrolling and looking and comparing, just take a pause. Remind yourself, someone else's success does not take away from your blessing. When she got her bag, that's not stopping anybody else from getting another bag. They didn't stop making the bag. She didn't get the very last one, okay? So the next time you think, oh, well, why don't I have a bag like that? Your bag is coming, okay? You just have to be patient and worried about being the best version of you. So we talked a little bit about embracing your own unique path, and that's the truth. Because while it's easy to feel like you're being left behind, or it should be you, or why isn't it you, or why isn't it this, especially when you're looking at somebody else, but the truth is, we are all built different. Like, we're all cut from a different cloth. Like, our experiences have molded us into different people. Even twins have different experiences, right? Everybody is their own unique person, and diversity is good. Diversity is great for community, because you don't want everybody to think like you, to be just like you. Like, you want to surround yourself with a diverse group of people. So that's why it makes no sense to compare yourself to someone else, because everyone has their own unique journey, and where someone else is not exactly where you should be. You should be following your own path. Embrace what's unique about yourself. Everybody's timeline is different. Somebody's 25 is somebody else's 45, right? Like, people hit milestones at different times in their life.
There are those who achieve success relatively early, and we love those stories because they tap into the fairy tale of the American dream, and capitalism loves those stories because they're easy to package. 10 under 10, 30 under 30. They hit on this FOMO and our collective valuation of youth and beauty. But I'll tell you one thing about taking the long road. There's little more satisfaction than seeing people you've come up with crack through after years and years of invisible hard work. It's one of the most satisfying feelings I know. So if you are in that stage, if you're in the building stage, please remember to celebrate the small steps and strides of the ones around you.
You never know why God is making you wait on something. You never know what lessons you need to learn before you get to that aha, or made it destination, or that moment where you'll feel like, I have it all. You don't know what type of life experiences you're going to need to reference back to handle things that are going on in that place and time. So that's why it's important to be gentle and patient with yourself, because some of these things you would rather learn now than later, right? You don't want to have to learn a hard lesson that you should have learned 5 years ago when you have much, much more to lose. Let's talk about one of the most important things, and that is knowing your own strengths. Things that make you, you. Like, when you recognize the thing about you that's like unique, that thing, it's just gonna click with you and it's gonna be a game changer. So instead of focusing on what you don't have, you have to start playing up on the things that you do have. Like, for me, I know this took a long time, and I feel like just recently, and maybe I want to say the past 3 to 5 years, I finally just become comfortable with like being myself. Like, I feel like I have kind of a quirky personality if you really get to know me well. I mean, I think that people see me and they think I'm going to be a certain way, and then I'm not that way. And I finally just accepted myself, and I'm like, this is me, okay? And you know what? It's some great things about me. Like, I'm a great person. I'm outgoing. I'm outspoken. I'm not really, I'm really good at talking in front of people and presenting. And, obviously that ties into the job that I do. And I'm great at my job. Like, I'm a good multitasker. Like, I'm creative. Like, there's so many great things about me. You just have to start focusing on what are the great things about you. What are things that you do that you're proud of and that you can see nobody else really knows how to do it quite like you do it. Spend time with yourself to discover, like, okay, what are the things that I love about myself the most? And what are the things that I'm like, I kind of don't like that about myself. So how can I do better, because it's some areas where it is what it is. Like, it's some areas about me that I'm like, okay, maybe sometimes I'm not the nicest person. And I honestly try to be nice. But experiences in my life have caused me to be more of a straightforward and direct person. And that's not always perceived as nice, you know what I mean? But I don't want to stop being straightforward and direct because that works for me. But what I can work on is delivery, tone, and things that can make my directness more pleasant to the people that I'm communicating with, right? You see how that works? So it's not that I want to completely change one area of myself. It's just that I want to improve the ways in which I communicate with people. So when you get to know yourself, that is going to build your confidence, because can't nobody tell me nothing about me that I don't already know. You know what I mean? Like, I know my strengths and I know my weaknesses. Like, I know myself. So I can be confident in knowing, like, if somebody feels away, okay, maybe that person is not meant to be a person that's around me. And that's okay. I have tons of friends. You know what I mean? Like, think about your own life and start to really understand what makes you uniquely you and how to play those things up to your strength. And when you do that, you're going to be spending so much time discovering new things about yourself. You're not going to have time to compare yourself to anybody else. Trust me, you're going to be so engulfed in yourself, honey. You're not going to have time to worry about anybody else. Because one thing about me, baby, I love myself and I am confident in myself, and I don't be worried about what nobody else doing, okay? Because I got a lot going on with me. And that's what I want you guys to do. Build up your own confidence by getting to know more about yourself and just really falling in love with every single area in your life. And don't get me wrong, because it's definitely not about being perfect. I'm definitely not a perfect person. Nobody is perfect. But what it is, it's about growth. So you can't keep up with somebody else's idea of success, because what are your ideas of success? What makes you feel good? When you hit X, Y, and Z, what are the numbers and the assets and the requirements in your life that are going to make you feel like you've made it and you're accomplished? Because think about it, everybody has a different threshold for what they've seen in their life, what they've been through, what they've been around to even know where their ceiling is, right? I'm not going to mimic my ceiling from your ceiling, because I may have seen more than you. I may have been exposed to more wealthy people than you or more wealthy experiences than you. And why would I potentially limit myself based on what you know? Think about that. What is your definition of learning and evolving? What do you want your future to look like in the next 5 to 6 years? And it's okay. Sometimes we stumble, sometimes we fall, sometimes we take a slight detour, or things fall in our faces that we didn't expect. But as long as you get back on the right track, don't focus on what everybody else is focused on. Focus on what you want for your. So we touched on this a little bit earlier, but focus on your wins. We can't be so busy worried about what everybody else around us is doing that we are not counting our own blessings and being grateful for the things that we have, even down to the smallest thing, even down to this very smallest thing. The smallest victories can help you make that mindset change along the way. Celebrate those small things and watch things change around you. When we have small wins, we don't give ourselves enough credit. Oh, you know what? I said I was gonna stop shopping and I ain't even shop this week. Now that's one of my small wins, but maybe it's something, you crushed a deadline at work. Whatever brings you a little ounce of joy, celebrate that. Celebrate when you do something well. Celebrate when you hit an achievement. I don't care how small it is. Learn how to celebrate yourself. When you start paying attention to the things that you do well, you won't be worried about what everybody else is doing. So think about journaling these things. Hey, I saved an extra $50 today at the grocery store. Oh, look at me. I'm so resourceful. Okay, I am a resourceful wife, baby. I saved $50 today. Okay, small win. $50, what that's gonna do? I don't know. But I did it, and it's small, and it's something I achieved, so I'm gonna share it. Okay? Maybe it's that, you know what? I did good at work today. I threw out an idea and everybody loved it, and I almost didn't say nothing. But this time I decided I was gonna share my thoughts. And look, now people are looking at me as a leader in my company. I did good today. Clap it up. Maybe you helped somebody today. Maybe you gave a homeless person $5. You know what? I am so generous. And it's not about being self-absorbed and making everything about you or doing things to stroke your own ego. So that's not what I mean. I'm being facetious a little bit. But at the end of the day, you get what I mean. Celebrate even the smallest things you do. Realize how you talk to yourself. Like, call me crazy, but I will pep talk the out of myself, okay? I will tell myself all day long, girl, you look good. Your hair look good. You smell good. Okay, you cute. Lipstick is popping. Don't play with you. Like, I talk myself up so big. It's impossible for anybody to talk me down. Like, you can't do it. But that's how I want us all to be. I want us to all be confident, celebrating even the small things that we do. Because we don't have to wait for something big to celebrate ourselves. We need to start putting ourselves first, y'all. I know we have families and kids and all type of stuff going on in our lives. But if you are not taken care of, it's not possible to take care of those other people you are responsible for. Start celebrating yourself, ladies. Do it. You have permission to do it. We need to be shifting from a scarcity mindset to an abundance mindset. Stop thinking that there's not enough success to go around. There is enough for all of us. Like I said, they didn't stop making that bag when they made her bag. That's not the case. That's not what's going on here. She got hers, and guess what? You're gonna get yours too. Your journey is unique. Shift your mind from a scarcity mindset to an abundance mindset. My time is coming. My day is near. I'm getting closer. I'm growing every day. Start to speak these things over yourself. Do it even when you don't feel like it. And I promise you, you will start to see improvement. Okay, this is a pro tip here. I'm stealing it from my therapist, which I stay stealing stuff from my therapist. Practice gratitude. So every time I go into my therapy session, she makes me start off with, what are you grateful for? And even if it's a session that I go into and I'm kind of like, okay, I'm about to go in my session. Oh, I got something to tell her. Like, yes, I can't wait to get in there. Yeah, like I got this story. And then she's like, I'm hot. I'm coming in hot. And she's like, tell me something that you're grateful for. That forces me to just, okay, well, let me think, what I'm grateful for before I pop off with this story, right? It makes me pause and think, okay, what am I grateful for, right? Like now, I am grateful, even if it's something minimal, y'all. I am grateful that as I'm filming this video, the sun is sitting right here through my window and I'm getting all this good natural light. Like I'm grateful for that because if you know anything about content creating cameras, natural great light, that's it. So I am grateful for that. Start outwardly saying, out loud, outwardly, out loud. Say it out loud now. Things that you are grateful for today. Stop whatever it is you're doing. Drop down in the chat and say what you are grateful for right now. Do it, please. I want to see it. Okay, like I said, I'm grateful for the sun shining through my window. Write down in the chat what you're grateful for and start outwardly professing your gratitude every single day. Another way that we can move away from comparison and move over to confidence, take a good look at all your friends. all your family members, all your coworkers, all the people that are around you. Number one, how do they talk to you? Do they motivate you, or are they being critical? Are they keeping it real, or are they bringing you down? Number two, how do these people talk about themselves? Do they have a lot of negative self-talk? Are they kind to themselves? Are they nice and complimentary to other people? If the answer is no, you need to remove yourself immediately. Far, far, far away from these people. And I understand in certain situations, maybe you can't. Maybe you can't move away from a person that's negative. If this person is in close quarters with you and you have to work with them, you have to live with them, you don't have a choice. It's a parent or a sibling or a coworker, whatever. Remind yourself, this person is negative. Every time they open their mouth, don't let their negativity seep in here, because we have to get away from talking to ourselves poorly, and we have to get away from people who talk to us poorly, because there's no way you're going to be able to build your confidence if you're constantly having someone or your own self reinforcing negative messaging day after day. Is ingrained into your mind. You have to stop that right now. Like, I'm serious. There's no way your confidence is going to build if you're constantly telling yourself bad things about yourself. Go download the most positive podcasts you can find, the most positive affirmations you can find. And I don't care if you don't believe it. I don't care if you feel like it sounds corny. Listen to those positive things every single day. Tell yourself something positive every single day. Stop saying, oh, this don't look right on me. Oh, my hair just don't never look right. Oh, I can't do that. Oh, they not gonna like me. Stop that. Stop it right now. Like, I cannot stand to hear people talk so low on themselves, and I can't stand to hear people talk low to other people. There is no reason you should be telling yourself that. God made you just the way you are. Like I said, you are uniquely you. Learn to love yourself and find the parts of yourself that are unique and play up your best features and attributes. It's so important for you to be able to motivate yourself, be your own cheerleader. When there's nobody else there to do it, you need to be able to do it for yourself. Build a supportive community around yourself and just surround yourself with positive people. Watch videos. Find people who are motivational speakers. Whatever you have to do to surround yourself and practice positive self-thought, just make sure it's something that's lifting you up, encouraging your growth, reminding you of how important you are, how unique your story is, and how it can help someone. I mean, trust me, I have been there, but it's been several years. Like, I've always been a confident person. I'm not gonna lie. I've always been a confident person. I feel like where I come from, I'm from Memphis, Tennessee. I feel like there are so many type A confident people there. Like, at an early age, you learn to check or get checked. Like, and even if you got checked, it was still funny. Like, you're still confident. Like, I feel like everybody in Memphis is confident. I know that's probably not true, but honestly, everybody I know from Memphis is confident as hell. Like, too confident sometimes, okay? I have just always been a confident person, but have there been people have I had moments of not being confident? Of course. Like, of course, I have moments of insecurity and all the time, but I am just that type of person where I always positive self-talk myself, and I can hype myself up like nobody's business. I'm not even joking. But I feel like that characteristic has taken me far. Like, that characteristic has gotten me jobs. It has gotten me speaking opportunities. It has gotten me, like, where I am today. And I wouldn't be who I was without that confidence that I have in myself. And I just want you to know that when you realize yourself, you will be confident. Your confidence is going to grow, because there's nothing like just knowing me. Like, I know me. I know me. I don't have to have anybody tell me who I am. If someone questions who I am, it doesn't bother me, because I know. I mean, you need people around you who see the greatness in you, right? Like, I've had so many mentors, even random people. Like, sometimes I think it's weird, but people just are drawn to me. Like, sometimes people just want to hang out with me. Like, they want to know me. They want to be friends with me just because, like, people are drawn to confidence. Like, people are drawn to greatness, but there's no way I would be able to have the type of personality I have without realizing my own greatness, right? Like, I have to know that for myself. Nobody can say, oh, Alex, you're great, you're great, you're great, but I don't feel that for myself. It's not going to work. Self is first. Self is first, y'all. Self is first. This week, I was watching a Carlos King interview that he did with Melissa Ford. And like, for me, I always want to aspire to be like, you know, Nia Long, like the woman who's just unmoved and like she's totally in control of her emotions, which is not where I am right now. But I aspire to be just like a very like controlled, you know, able to, you know, person. And I guess that I really want to be that way because I feel like that's not who I've been in the past. Like, I could pop off. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I can pop off. But I have done a lot of self-work to change that. So I don't do that anymore. But in the past, that was something that I didn't like. So I always aspire to be just like this very like regal woman who, you know, only speaks when it's important and is very thoughtful when she speaks, and, you know, not someone that's just blurting out any old thing, and very in control of her emotions, and just, you know, just like very astute. Like, I've always aspired to be that. I was watching the Carlos King interview with Melissa Ford, and she is a very confident woman as well. You know, she's on the Joe Budden podcast. She's on this podcast surrounded by all these guys, and you can imagine how that is because y'all know me and don't listen. But she was speaking and she said this about herself.
I accept who I am. I'm a beautiful woman. I'm an accomplished woman. I am a gainfully employed. I have a lot going for me. A lot. I'm not going to dim my shine for anybody at all. So when I reference myself, when I talk about myself, I'm going to speak about myself in the most truthful manner. And it took me a long time to get here, to be able to speak this way about myself and to like myself the way that I like myself and love myself the way that I love myself and accept that I have things about myself that might intimidate other people. It took me a long time to get here. And I'm not assigning, you know, intimidation to anybody. I'm not. But, you know, if it don't apply, let it fly.
So to close that out, just if there is anybody in your circle or around you that's not positive, that's not participating in positive self-talk, that doesn't want to see you grow, they ain't interested in growing, then it might be time to let that person go. Let them go on about their way. Okay? Because you got things to do. And that doesn't mean that you don't care about them. That doesn't mean you don't care about them. That doesn't mean you're not cordial with them and you don't, you know, see them every once in a while. But that's just not somebody that you need to be around every day. You have to protect your energy and your mental space so that you can have room for growth. There's not going to be any room for positive self-talk if your head is already filled with the negative. We have to flush that out by flooding ourselves with positivity all around us. And we are going to listen to so many positive affirmations, so much positive content, so much positive self-talk that we're not going to have a choice. It's just going to be subconsciously soaked into our skull. So right now, pick up your phone, unfollow all the BBLs, the unrealistic expectations, the Texas mansions, the Dubai trips, and all the Van Cleef jewelry girls, okay? Unfollow all of that. Go look up some creators that are motivating to you. Fill your time and your timeline with that. Let's talk about something that's also important. We're going to turn from confidence and we're going to start thinking about community. So as women, we have been conditioned to compete with each other. It's just a fact. They always talk about, oh, it's more women than men. They try to condition us to compete with each other, but we're not going to do that. We are going to start collaborating and building community with each other. When you stop seeing other people as automatic competition and start seeing them as potential partners, that has the unlimited potential for a whole new world of possibilities. We can learn so much from each other. We can share ideas, talk up each other's strengths, and grow together. And that's what this community is about. That's what this channel is about. By running this channel, I am intentionally choosing not to compete with any other woman, but to collaborate with women, to build community with women so that we can build each other up, because y'all know we really the smartest. We really are the smartest. I love my husband, but women are the smartest. Who knows what we could come up with if we stop competing and comparing ourselves to each other and start collaborating more with each other. So this is what we're going to do. We are going to move from comparison to confidence. We are going to have positive self-talk. We are going to remove ourselves from situations and people that are negative. We are going to stop comparing ourselves to each other and start building community and collaborating with one another. We are going to put down our phones and stop scrolling through social media, looking at all this stuff. I want. And we're going to channel all of that energy inside and start to discover who we really are, the things that we like, and the goals that we have for ourselves in the future. And we're going to do that by learning to love ourselves. And through loving ourselves, we are going to discover the unique characteristics that make us special and that we can use to bring value into this world. Because that's all I want to do, y'all. And that's all I want for you, to live your best life, to hit all of your goals, and to, if not anything else, love yourself. And when you love yourself, your confidence is going to be through the roof, baby. Because can't nobody love me like I love me. They can try hard, and they do. But I don't think nobody can top myself. I don't think nobody can top me, how much I love me like I hope you enjoyed the video today. I definitely love chatting with you guys. I just want to inspire you and motivate you to be the best version of yourself, because when women come together, honey, we can achieve anything. Because like I said, we the best. And I like to play. I like to have fun on this channel. But my number one goal is to just inspire you to level up, focus on a growth mindset, and become the best version of yourself that you can be. So if you like that type of content, make sure you like, share, and subscribe. I will see you next time. Bye, y'all.